Thank you, Councillor Davis. Councillor Del Grande to speak.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Suck it up. Don't be a baby. Sour grapes. Those were the words that were used when we raised the argument, similar as to trying to get on certain committees, and we were denied getting on certain committees. And the reason was that the mayor at the time decided who he wanted on and who he didn't want on, and one of the criterias, the early criterias, was the bridge to the airport. Bridge to the airport. If you weren't on side with the bridge on the airport, you were automatically discounted. So that was the key. And I remember going and talking to Deputy Mayor Pantalone at the time, and he made it very clear that that vote was important to the mayor, and that's what differentiated you whether you got positions or not. And even though Councillor Vaughan thinks I'm a bookkeeper, I've heard him say that on the radio, I asked for the longest time, my talents were in the budget. And Councillor Sakinaki, who was the budget chair, told me specifically that the mayor did not want me to be on the budget committee. And for Councillor Mihevc, because you never listen when I make comments, I want you to listen to this because you've raised this issue. Okay? No, but I mean, you make motions and then you don't listen to what people say to them. All right? So I'm calling you on it. But let's be very clear. The mayor used the word cabinet. Mayor Miller used the word cabinet. And if we talk about superfluous kinds of things, even taking a picture here was important to the mayor. It wasn't, anybody just sit where you wanted to sit. It was, no. The cabinet gets to sit at the front, you get to sit at the back, et cetera, et cetera. This is from the people that now say, we're all, one of diversity and everything else. No, it was a criteria that was based here. And if you want to talk about criterias and people, et cetera, you have the whole population of Scarborough, a large segment of Scarborough that said, we want the kind of transportation the rest of the city had. And people here said, no, you can't have it. You can't have it. Suck it up. We don't have the money to give to you. So now all of a sudden, well, I want to be there. I didn't get chosen. So for those of us that have to suck it up, my advice to you is suck it up. Be a man. Don't be a baby. That's the reality. Yeah, it is. It is. Because you like to play the game when it suits you to play the game the way that you want to play the game. And I'll give you example after example after example, and they've been said here, but you don't like to hear them because you don't like to be thrown back in your face. When you decided on the TTC, you made the decision here basically to put people on the TTC Commission that wanted LRTs, not subways. You filled it up that way. That's what this committee, that's what this council did. Where was let's have the people that also like subways to be on that TTC. You didn't do that. So now you come crying. Sour grapes. Suck it up. That's what we were told. That's what I was told. Go ask the Toronto Star. They were great at that. Those were the comments that were used, but you don't like to hear it when it flips on the other side. So they made their decision because he got the mandate. And he's done a lot with this particular mandate with the people that have surrounded him. It hasn't been him alone. It's people that he put on the various committees to do that. And at the end of the day, he doesn't have a full majority like the previous regime had. He's got to fight for the mushy middle and whatever. That's the reality here. That's the reality. That's the reality. Right? That's the reality. And it makes my blood boil, and I'm not supposed to have my blood boil, but I'm listening to this nonsense here, that you don't like it the way I want it to be, because I'm more important. And the mayor also said, Mayor Miller continually said, I was elected by everybody. You were elected only in your ward. He threw that in our faces, threw it in my face as well too, and made some of his comments around here when things weren't going his way. He said, I got elected by everybody. I got the mandate from everybody across the city. You got the mandate only for your ward. Nobody said boo. Nobody said boo. All of a sudden now, boo hoo hoo hoo.
Thank you, Councillor. Thank you, Councillor Del Grande. Councillor Lindsay Luby to speak.
Easy now, Deputy.
Good, Mike.
That was good, Mike.
Can we get the medical officer of health?
Councillor Lindsay Luby. We can do it. We can get through this.
Well, Deputy Speaker, that's a hard